Can you believe it's New Year's Eve? This is a song by the Women of the Calabash, detailing the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, which actually are very similar to our UU principles. So this is what each word means, but then the song goes a little bit further. So just so you can see what I'm singing, I put the African language words up. I'm not sure which African language, but come on in. Welcome. There's still folks coming on in. We give it one more minute. Oh, here they all come. Welcome. Unity that brings us together. Umoja, unity that brings us together. Umoja, unity that brings us together. Kujichagulia, Kujichagulia. We will determine who we are. Kujichagulia. We will determine who we are. Ujima. Ujima. Working and building a union. Ujima. Working and building a union. Ujima. Working and building a union. Ujama. We spend our money wisely. Ujama. We spend our money wisely. Ujama. We spend our money wisely.
Unitarian Universalism is a liberal religious tradition that values freedom in religious thought and journey. We uphold the unity of our interconnection to each other and all of life and to the universe in which we exist. We affirm the universality of love and hope as we journey together in community, and so we welcome you, whoever you are, at this time, at this moment, and wherever you are in your spiritual journey. Good morning. My name is Natalie Emmons, and I serve this congregation as treasurer of the board. On behalf of the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Fayetteville, I welcome you to this very special Burning Bowl Fire Communion service. Today we come together to bid farewell to the old year and welcome the new year ahead. A special welcome to those visiting us for the first time. I hope you were given all the information you needed to feel comfortable here today. If you did not fill out the clipboard information in the lobby and want to get our emails, there are white cards in the backs of the chairs here in the sanctuary that you may fill out so we can send you our weekly newsletter. You can put them in the offertory basket later in the service. The yellow cards in the seat backs will be used for the joys and concerns part of the service later on. Our AV person can help you with hearing devices if needed. We ask that you silence your phones or other devices as we enter into sacred time this morning. However, children and the sounds they make are very welcome in our services. But if you need to step out with them and take a break, there are seats in the lobby, and we also have a fully staffed nursery downstairs as well. Today's service was put together by Tressa Disney with a little help from myself. Tressa, yes, she serves on the Chalice team. She creates and runs the slide deck for our Sunday services, and she is my fellow Web of Life Pagan and Nature Spirituality group co-lead. She is a long-standing, dedicated volunteer of this fellowship, and we are grateful for all the ways she contributes to this community. This morning, we gather to reflect, forgive, grieve, imagine, grow, and inspire ourselves to explore new pursuits, and importantly, to live our life in balance. The power of ritual and the UU sacred flame will help us to connect our ideas, shift our perspectives, and feel change within. Margot Adler, American author, journalist, lecturer, and UU pagan, once wrote, "I chose Unitarian Universalism because I need to live in balance. I can do all those wonderful earth-centered spiritual things, sing under the stars, drum for hours, create moving ceremonies for the changes of seasons and the passage of time in the lives of men and women, but I also need to be a worldly, down-to-earth person in a complicated world. Someone who believes oppression is real, that tragedies happen, that chaos happens, that not everything is for a purpose. Unitarian Universalism gives me a place to be at home with some of my closest friends, my doubts." These words resonate with me as a former atheist humanist turned UU pagan. I believe Adler's words invite us to embrace our complex, multifaceted beliefs, our seeming contradictions, which may not be contradictions at all. Finding our own truth is part of the UU journey, and we will recognize that today when we light our chalice and hold the burning bowl ritual.
Thank you, Natalie. That was so beautiful. We gather together at the turning of the year as people of many ages, as people of many sexual orientations and gender identities, as people of many races and ethnicities, as people of many theologies and religious backgrounds, woven together in our love for this community, with our hopes and dreams and prayers for the year before us, with our hearts and minds and spirits ready to be touched by the year before us, with our hands and time and talents ready to be offered in the year before us. We gather together at the cusp between the new year and the old year. with gratitude and love for those who have come before us, for those who stand here with us. May it be a good year. May it be a sweet year. Come, let us worship together.
Good morning. I invite you guys to close your eyes as we begin in meditation. We, you and I, are in between right now. In between what was and what will be. In between who we were and who we will become. In between letting go and embracing. In between saying hello and saying goodbye. In betweenness, it's a thing. In betweenness is a time of fullness, a time of anticipation, a time of hope, a time of worry, a time of sadness. In betweenness is a time of waiting, waiting for news, waiting for departure, waiting for arrival, waiting for death, waiting for life. In betweenness is a time of transformation, a time of reflection, a time of action, a time of growing, a time of becoming. During this time of in-betweenness, of knowing and not knowing, let us enter into the silence together. Blessed be.
Good morning and welcome to this very special service. I hope that it is healing and inspiring. Lynn's has a little throat stuff going on today, so I'm going to be her voice. If you would like, say the words of the chalice lighting with me. Love is the spirit of this community, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in truth, and to help one another. Thus do we covenant together.
This song is Around, and if you can read music, you can find it at 362 in the gray songbook. And I'm going to teach it once, and we're going to sing it together once, and then we're going to break into a round. And from the section that Lynn's is in to my left will be the first section, and then Melly will bring in the second section. But there are at least like twice as many notes as there are words. So let's learn it first, and then we can break into a round. So I'll sing the first two lines together, and then you'll repeat it. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing. Nice. And then we go really high. Show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Good. Now once all together, please rise if you are willing and able. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing. Show to us beauty, vision, and joy. First section. Rise up, O flame, One more time. Rise up, O flame, thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision and joy, vision and joy, vision and joy. Oh, very nice. You may be seated. Thank you, Melly.
Fire of the Spirit, life of the lives of creatures, spiral of sanctity, bond of all natures, glow of charity, lights of clarity, taste of sweetness to the fallen, be with us and hear us. Composer of all things, joy in the glory, strong honor, be with us and hear us.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it? It seemed as if someone was talking to me. It's okay, I guess, I replied. Just okay, a woman sitting nearby responded. Why, we have the birds, the trees, the sky, the questions, the what-ifs, and the why-nots. I'd say this is indeed an exceptional day to be alive, don't you think? If you say so, I shrugged. It seemed like an ordinary day to me. Are you a painter? I asked. I like to think of myself as more of a noticer, really, she answered. I just try to make things from what I see. It is my way of appreciating and honoring them. As I looked at her canvas, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. How could someone create something so amazing? I wondered. She was definitely a painter. She looked over to me and asked, When you look up, what do you see? Clouds? You see clouds? That's all. Just clouds, the painter asked, astonished. I think so, I said, uncertain as I scanned the sky. Why? What do you see? Oh, so much, she said excitedly. It's like the whole sky is tempting me to be amazed. I see wild horses running free, and upside-down castles. I see whales flying like songbirds, and a dragon breathing fire. But it's not only that. I'm filled with butterflies of excitement. It feels like an adventure is unfolding, and I don't want to miss any of it. I stared up, wanting to see what she saw. The more you pause and allow for the extraordinary, the painter explained, the more you find it. And often, what we see depends on what we look for. Take this mountain, for instance. She gestured to the horizon. A climber might see a great challenge. A scientist might see the movement of an ancient glacier. and someone else might notice the cool breeze traveling from its snowy peaks. Though we all may look at the same thing, we don't always see it in the same way. That is true for mountains and also for people. When we look at others, we may see their faces or their clothes, she continued, but we are only seeing a tiny piece of who they really are. We don't often notice the important things, like their capacity for love, what they hope for, what they dream of, or who they can become. We can often miss the most beautiful parts of them. I wondered what I wasn't noticing. I wondered what I was missing. What do you see in you? Asked the painter. I looked down at my hands, my clothes, my shoes that were a size too big so I could grow into them. Just a kid like any other kid, I suppose. But you are not like anyone else. In fact, there isn't another person exactly like you anywhere, the painter encouraged. And the amazing thing is, there never has been, and there never will be, ever again. I'm not sure there is anything all that special about me, I said. Oh, but everything is special about you. There really isn't a single thing about you that isn't extraordinary, she shared enthusiastically. You are the rare and unique combination of what was the bright possibility of what can be. And you know what? So is everyone else. Everyone shines and needs to be seen. Everyone wants to know that they matter, that there is a place for them, and that they are needed. Sure, some may hide their brilliance, but the light is in there, always flickering, and it is a beautiful thing when we can reflect it back to them. I always looked forward to my visits with the painter. I had to admit, as much as I couldn't wait to see her, I also couldn't wait to see what she saw. On one occasion, I went to go find her, and she was sitting peacefully with her eyes shut. "What are you doing?" I asked shyly, not wanting to interrupt her. "Hello, you." She smiled and waved me over. Some days, I find that I can notice even more when I close my eyes, she explained. The gentle rustling of my hair, the ideas dancing in my head, the sunshine on my face, and the wonder of being alive. She invited me to close my eyes. What does home look like to you? What does kindness feel like? What does love look like? The painter asked. What does it feel like to have a friend? What does it look like to be one? One of the most important ways we see is with our imagination. So many significant things cannot be seen with your eyes, but they are very real, and it is vital that you look for and believe in them. I was filled with a feeling of calm and appreciation. It was moving and wonderful. I sat there with my eyes closed, picturing the people and places and things that meant so much to me in my life. One of the best things you can be is interested, the painter shared. When you are interested, you are curious, and when you are curious, you discover things, amazing things, about yourself and about the world. The miraculous is everywhere and in everything, waiting for us to notice it, waiting for us to appreciate it, waiting for us to love it. It's been years since that day when I first met the painter. I miss her. I wish she were still here so I could tell her what she has meant to me and how she helped me to look at everything differently. But mostly, what I wish I could say is, thank you for seeing me. The end.
Well, that was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Now we're going to have joys and concerns. Wow. Ours is a welcoming community where we find connection, a spiritual community where we find meaning. Ours is a sharing community where our joys are amplified, a caring community where our sorrows are lessened. We take this moment now to reflect on our joys and sorrows and acknowledge the mutual support of our community. You can use the yellow cards that Natalie referred to earlier and the seat backs to write your joys and concerns and indicate whether you would like it to be shared or confidential. Our Facebook friends can type their joys and concerns into the chat, but those will not be kept confidential because it's not possible. We now invite you to come forward. As you're able to release a stone, you don't have to, but if you want to, in the water representing your joy or sorrow, even if you didn't fill out a card. And you can hand me your cards or hold it to be collected. Do we have any joys or concerns from Facebook? Oh, wait. I feel really joyful and hopeful. I'm sharing my joy, which is some personal hopes, but also joy and hope in all of you for this beautiful new year that is before us. What's that? Yes. Yes, please come forward if you want to. So may we remember those joys and concerns that have spoken, but as well as those that we hold in silence in our hearts. Put a whole bunch in there for 2024, a nice handful. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this religious community exists in its mission as a fire exists by burning. But a fire cannot burn without fuel. And it is the time, the energy, the imagination, the vision, the creativity, the compassion, the love, and the financial support of the members and friends of this community that fuels our mission to nurture and sustain a welcoming, inclusive, and diverse liberal religious community that transforms lives and serves the world. Your support, the free and generous support of each and every member and friend of this community, is what fuels this community and its mission. And without your support, the flame of justice, community, and love cannot burn brightly to warm ourselves and be a beacon in a world threatened by division and fear. We will now receive an offering for the support of this religious community and its work in the world. You are invited to give generously and joyfully as you are willing and able. When the huge glaciers of the last ice age receded, birch trees would have been one of the first to recolonize the rocky, ice-scoured landscape. Hence, ecologists refer to birch as a pioneer species. They have an ability to colonize disrupted or damaged ecosystems. They can be found growing among the charred ruins of a forest devastated by fire. This represents our ability to create new beginnings even after catastrophic events. Birch will provide energy to begin a new adventure in life. In both Celtic and Germanic traditions, birch is also a tree of beginnings and came to symbolize renewal and purification. For intertime purifications, people used bundles of birch twigs to drive out the spirits of the old year. Later, this would evolve into the beating the bound ceremonies in local parishes. Birch trees are symbolic of the one who never stops wondering. They remind us of our childlike innocence and our inner resolve to adventure beyond the confines of the ordinary world. This ability sparks the imagination and heralds a time of new beginnings for the body, mind, and soul. Birch trees are easily recognized by their unique bark, which peels off in strips. In this way, birch encourages us to peel off the layers that hold us from moving forward. They speak to our soul as a child filled with wonder and potential, so we can live out our dreams. Birch bark also inspired the idea of paper, which stimulated the mind to create words and symbols. In fact, the first letter in the Celtic Ogham tree alphabet is Behe, named for the spirit of the birch tree. The first consonant of the English alphabet is the letter B, also inspired by birch. So too, we have the Berkano ruin of the elder Futhark. Berkano means birch goddess. Berkano rules over the four pivotal rites of passage, which take place at the crucial times of birth, adolescence, marriage, and death. And who is the birch goddess? Birchta, the lady in white, is a Germanic goddess associated with birch trees. She protects the forest and its wildlife, and is the patron of infants who died. Birchta is a goddess who is seen either as a sister to Mother Hala or as the same goddess by another name. In Erglave lore, they are sisters, and Frau Birchta rules the dark half of the year while Mother Hala is on the wild hunt. Birchta is a goddess of order, notably for one's own actions, thoughts, and behaviors. Birchta is a goddess of in-between places. She can be found between safety and danger, between life and death. And tonight on her feast day, Birchtaslav, she is the goddess of the time between years. This is the time of endings and beginnings. There is an action happening here that is much more powerful than anything we will say today. This is an action of the earth and of time, the ending of an old year and the beginning of a new one. Birchta, goddess of the in-between, please accept this offering, a sweet-smelling orange that awakens our senses. Bless us at the beginning of this year, and bless our beginnings throughout the year.
And now the ushers will bring around small pieces of flash paper, and there should be pens or pencils in the chairs in front of you. I want you to imagine your slip of flash paper to be symbolic of a magical piece of birch bark. I invite you to enter into a short contemplative period. Draw or write down what you want to release from this past year. Consider any habits you want to change, any attachment or unforgiveness for someone or something that you experienced in this past year, an obsession about something that has been haunting you, something that and that you want thoughts about eliminated from your mind and life once and for all. Perhaps it is indecision or procrastination. Perhaps it is a paralyzing fear. Perhaps it's little annoyances or reoccurring doubts, or a constant cynical attitude that keeps you upset or caught up in limitation. I invite you to write down whatever it is that you want to forgive and release from your mind and from your life right now. When you're done, if you can make eye contact with me so I know who's still working. When you finished writing, here in a moment, I invite you to stand up as you are able and take action. For the next few minutes, music will invite you to come forward so that you can put your paper into the flame, or you may send your paper with someone nearby. The flame will take it very quickly. As the flame does, let it go. Both physically and metaphorically. If you are more comfortable, we can burn the paper for you. I practiced this morning. The fire will do the rest. Transmutation is what happens inside you when you use the negative as fuel to create a new positive mind and heart. We will be transmuting the negative and using its energy for changing our minds and changing our lives for good from this day forward. Good job, everyone. I hope that felt good. After you have released through burning those things you have forgiven and do not want to carry into the new year, return back to your seat and pull out a blank paper in front of you. It looks like this. It's in the back of the chair. At the top, write the words, "I now welcome these good gifts into my life." It is on the screen if you need that repeated. I invite you to write down as many good gifts as you can think of. Be audacious, be outrageous, be inspired. Look within. What does your divine spark, your own inner light, want for you? Invite the presence of Spirit to speak to you with the truthful assurances of what this new year will bring. To be inspired is to breathe in Spirit. So breathe in Spirit as you write, and allow Spirit to inspire and encourage you in this new year. Keep this paper where you can see it throughout the year, on your fridge, on your mirror, in a dream jar, on your nightstand, wherever. Let it be a reminder to you that the loving presence of light has always been with you in all things. This past month, we have talked about light a lot. We have celebrated the solstice sun and Christmas light and many other holidays of light. The birth of the bright potential of our awareness. Now we are preparing ourselves to grow and expand in spiritual awareness in this new year. If the past year held joy and growth for you, may that sweetness continue to bless you. If the past year held pain and bitterness, may you be relieved of those burdens and renewed for the journey ahead. Let us look to the new with hope, with curiosity about its many unknowns, and with faith in our own strength to navigate it with grace. Thank you.
Thank you. So mote it be. We could write the rest of the hour, I'm sure. If you're able and willing and wanting, please rise and sing out and ring out and bring in the light and love and all that good stuff you just wrote. We're going to let go and let in all at the same time. Here we go. Ring out wild bells to the wild, wild sky, the flying cloud, the frosty light. The year is dying in the night. Ring out wild bells and let it die. Ring out the old, ring in the new. Ring happy bells across the snow. The year is going, let it go. Ring out false, ring in the true. Ring
All, all that we have been separately and all that we will become together is stretched out before us and behind us, like stars scattered across a canvas of sky. We stand at the precipice, arms locked together like tandem skydivers, working up the courage to jump. Tell me, friends, what have we got to lose? Our fear of failure? Our mistrust of our own talents? What have we got to lose? A poverty of the spirit? The lie that we are alone? What wonders await us in this space between the first leap and the moment our feet, our wheels, however we move our bodies across this precious earth, touch down softly on unknown soil? What have we got to lose that we can't replace with some previously unimaginable joy? Blessed are you, Spirit of life, who has sustained us, enlivened us, and enabled us to reach this moment. Give us courage in our leaping and gratitude in our landing, and share with us in the joy of a long and fruitful journey together.
Let us extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Joanna has our closing words.
Can I just add in your order of service about Sue Cardinals, celebration?
Thank you.
Yes. Is everyone invited?
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, I know we're at time and the closing words are short, but before I go into those, I'm really moved to honor and express gratitude to Fawn Smith. I don't know what this fellowship would do without Fawn. She brings such cohesion. Those grants that Dinah mentioned earlier honoring me would have never happened without Fawn's work. Closing words. Having let go, set our intentions, named our curiosity, committed our energies, and given ourselves over to lives of balance, purpose, and meaning. Let us begin again in love. Blessed be.
Thank you all. Happy New Year. Let's do it. Rise up, oh flame, by thy light glowing. Show us your beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, oh flame, by thy light glowing. Show us your beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, oh flame, by thy light glowing. Show to us beauty, comfort, and joy. Rise up, flame, by thy light glowing. Show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Vision and joy, vision and joy. Rise up, oh flame. Rise up, oh flame. Rise up, oh flame. Rise up, oh flame. Show to us beauty. Show to us beauty, vision and joy. Vision and joy and coffee. Rise up, oh flame, by thy light glowing. Show to us beauty, vision and joy. Rise up, oh flame.